Welcome back to Cogeco News. Well, the medium is the message. That's a phrase that has withstood the test of time. Canadian philosopher Marshall McLuhan coined this phrase when studying technology's role in conveying a message. So keep that in mind for this next story. I was humbled and extremely grateful to interview the great Don Cherry on Monday over the telephone. Grapes has withstood the test of time as well, from playing hockey to coaching it and now commentating on the game he loves. He has taken his hockey commentary from television to podcast. The Grapevine podcast is an audio-only show that his son, Timothy, hosts. My discussion with Mr. Cherry began with a topic he is often so very passionate about on this podcast, the Toronto Maple Leafs. So first, let's talk the Toronto Maple Leafs. Do they need to make a move before the deadline to remain a contender for the Stanley Cup?
Well, I don't know whether it was a move or not, but they made a lot. Wayne Simmons sort of set the stone. Too bad he broke his wrist and everything, but he's coming back now, and he's got to get that scoring touch back. He did pretty good at the start, scoring goals. He never had many fights, but he had a lot of goals.
How about goaltending? Is Mr. Anderson the answer in net down the stretch run?
Well, I like the way Campbell's playing. There's no doubt about that. I don't think he's lost the game, but I think to go anywhere in the playoffs, Anderson's got to be in top form. And if you remember last year, not so much this year, but last year he stole an awful lot of games, and I thought it was just terrific the way he played. And I just hope they do well in the playoffs because they're doing pretty good in the regular season.
Now, unfortunately, the COVID pandemic very much a part of hockey right now, and with the Vancouver Canucks, it's a dire situation. What has to happen moving forward to ensure that they can return to the ice?
Well, they all have to get better, that's for sure. And that is fantastic. 14 guys. There's no way you can play with the way the National Hockey League got it set up. I think in a couple of weeks they should be back, and they should be. I hope they get back playing because I don't know what the heck they're going to do, and nobody knows what they're going to do till with 14 guys out.
I'd like to just touch on the state of the game today. Connor McDavid excels with this type of game, with a lot of open ice. How do you view today's game with the lack of physicality and perhaps the lack of fighting as well?
Well, the fighting is up this year, which I'm sure everybody or good hockey fans are happy about. It's faster. It's definitely faster. They can shoot harder. I don't know if they're smart, but they can definitely shoot. I remember back in the old days, there'd be one or two guys could really hum a puck. Now everybody can shoot a puck. So shoot fast, skate faster. I don't know if they're smarter or not.
With young kids coming up, there's very much a focus on mental health, and concussions are tied into that. Is there a room for fighting in junior hockey?
Well, I've always said that if you see at the end of the fight, all the players stand up. The only thing they bang their sticks for on the boards and they stand up is for a fight. I would rather see a fight than high sticking. High sticking to me is very, very dangerous. I mean, a few guys get hurt in a fight, but what really bothers me is the high sticking, and I would rather see a fight than high sticking. And there is the spot for it in junior. I would rather have a guy go back at another guy with his fist rather than a stick.
Now, Mr. Cherry, with the millennial generation, the stereotype of that generation is they don't have work ethic, they don't have the drive to pursue challenges. Do you find that being a challenge within the millennial generation for young hockey players? Do they have the drive to do what it takes to make pro?
Oh yeah, my son Timothy is a scout for the OHL, and we go out and we see the kids. I see Subban and all those guys before Marner and Tavares, and that I see them before they make the National Hockey League, and I think there's lots of drive out there. I don't believe that at all. I think the kids got just as much drive. They're a little more friendlier than they used to be, but I think they have just as much drive.